Doug Dubitsky. He needs to get elected.
Our keynote speaker, somebody who I think likes speaking in front of big crowds, probably needs no introduction. So I will introduce Rob Simmons.
Hey, Rob.
That's great. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Doug, for running. I thank all the candidates for running. Let's give all the candidates who are running a round of applause. Because you see, it's our country, and it's our Constitution, and yes, it's our budget when it comes time for the budget, and it's our children's future, and it's their children's future, and it's worth fighting for. My mom was a Blue Star mother, not a Gold Star, thank God, because I spent 4 years in Vietnam. In Vietnam. And nobody has to explain to me what the meaning of "in" is. I know what the meaning of "in" is. 58,229 men and women, yes, there were 7 women, died in Vietnam fighting for freedom, fighting against communism, fighting against socialism. And it's a sad irony that for many of us who served in Vietnam and have served in other conflicts in Korea and elsewhere, preserving and protecting the freedom we enjoy here at home, feel that that freedom today at home is at risk. And we need people like Doug Dubitsky. We need people to run, to offset those programs and those policies and those people in Washington, D.C. who are taking that freedom away. I ran against Joe Courtney twice. I beat him the first time by 8 points. He beat me the second time by 83 votes. So every vote counts, and every dollar counts, and every yard sign counts, and every bumper sticker counts. And without getting personal, I have to say that I'm disappointed in Joe Courtney. How many people in the 2nd Congressional District wanted the stimulus package? Anybody in the room here tonight? Raise your hands, please. Nobody. You go outside this building, not a lot of people wanted that stimulus package. He voted for the stimulus package, and I say it ain't so, Joe. He voted for it. How many people in the room wanted nationalized health care? 2,000 pages, Pelosi care. How many people in the room? Raise your hands, please, if you dare. How many people outside the room wanted it? How many people in the room emailed or called or wrote Joe Courtney's office and said, we don't want it? And the answer was he voted for it. Say it ain't so, Joe. How many people in the room are veterans? Raise your hands. Thank you for your service. I would like the veterans to answer this question. In 2007, there was a vote in the House of Representatives demanding that U.S. troops be brought out of Iraq in 90 days. Is it good for troops in the field to have their Congress at home put a deadline on their service? Is that a good thing, or is that a bad thing?
No way.
That's a bad thing.
Happened to me in Vietnam.
Happened to me in Vietnam. Joe Courtney voted for that bill. 90 days out of Iraq. Now, first of all, they're not out of Iraq in 90 days, but secondly, that's the wrong vote. When you got troops in the field, say it ain't so, Joe. It is so. And the list goes on. How many people in the room here tonight I've received a pay raise over the last year. You don't have to raise your hand. You'll end up buying everybody drinks. Well, I can speak for myself. I didn't get a pay raise. In fact, I lost my government job. But we won't get into that. I'm seeking employment elsewhere. The Congress voted for a pay raise, and Joe Courtney voted for that pay raise. At a time when 37,000 families in the state of Connecticut are faced with foreclosure, at a time when unemployment is reaching 10%, at a time when our economy is in free fall, when our state is in deficit, when revenues are falling short, when you see houses for sale around the state of Connecticut and there's nobody inside because they've already left, our member of Congress from the 2nd Congressional District voted for a pay raise. Say it ain't so, Joe. And let's get to the bottom line here. According to my information, the voting record of the incumbent congressman for the 2nd Congressional District is left liberal. Ooh. Say it ain't so, Joe. It's time for Doug Dubitsky. Good luck, buddy.